Welcome to the Foundations of Entrepreneurship for Engineers, a complete course by Chang Liu, Part 4. In this part, we talk about power moves for generating great ideas. In Part 1, we debunked noises and fallacies. In Part 2, we talked about steps to success. In Part 3, we talked about the 7 heads of founders. In this part, we'll talk about how can you create big ideas. Big ideas are the ones that allows you to get investment. We'll first talk about why founders should use power ideas rather than your own idea. Then we discuss 6 power ideas or 6 power moves. The first one, use only big ideas. Second one, use only disruptive ideas. Power move 3, appeals to the vision. Power move 4, help business automate. Power move 5, spread inventions. Power move 6, don't go IPO. Forget about IPO. Just build and sell your business. Using this power move, you will be able to use your talent to the fullest. Let's go. To be an entrepreneur, use power concepts to make power ideas. Don't try cute but small ideas. To start up, use powerful ideas. Don't use your own idea. Many entrepreneurs want a one-of-a-kind, perfect, great idea. In fact, inventing a new idea is like inventing a new form of sport. You might just become people's laughingstock. Why better ideas is a trap? A few reasons. Number 1, better ideas won't necessarily win anything because there are hidden forces trying to defeat you. The force will be hidden until you start. 2, most people's good idea is based on guessing. No guess and chance taking will work in business. Ever try to buy a lottery ticket based on a smart combination of numbers? Number 3, a great but small idea will just develop into a small business that has no profit and staying power. It helps no one. Number 4, advanced products are fun, but they may just be a fringe. Before Tesla, electric cars were a fringe. Elon Musk made it sound like a good one. Number 5, every idea is already taken, especially advanced, fancy, and exciting new ideas. Don't spend time trying to beat the crowd. There are 3 reasons why people with good ideas may not win. Number 1, nothing you offer is needed. The world is saturated, at least in attentions. Number 2, good ideas are hard ideas. You cannot look up right to an idea and then have people help you. Number 3, good ideas, good things need timing to realize. Just teaching enough people someone is good will take time. For business, ideas are not even necessary. The big ones are very limited. Say electric power, train, air travel, insurance companies, popular restaurant chains. Need more? Business is just buying and selling. If you can make a thing you sell, great, but it's not necessary. Even making a market and making a funnel is still business. Business don't need ideas, it just needs capital. We talk about 6 power concepts, but here are other ideas you may not cover. Number 1, make markets. Number 2, make funnel and help people marketing. Number 3, use turns. Number 4, sharpen your customer focus and serve sub-markets. Number 6, follow the buyer. They won't follow you. Give people safety. Facilitate relationships. Let me give you some examples. Make market. Amazon, Whole Foods, Wall Street are markets. Number 2, make funnel and help people marketing. Google is a funnel. It does nothing but attract people. Number 3, use turn. ChatGPT caught a great term. Microsoft, Apple, and Intel Oh, caught the microcomputer's term. Number 4, sharpen your customer focus and serve submarkets. Lululemon made women's clothing for yoga. There are plenty of sportswear market, plenty of women's clothing market, but no one focused on yoga clothing for women. 5, follow the buyer. They won't follow you. If you want people to pay you, make what they already buy. It's a lot easier than investing a new concept. Number 6, facilitate relationships. Starbucks does not sell coffee. It facilitates relationships. Old TV stations facilitate relationships, and they get paid handsomely. Number 7, make people feel safe. Any kind of insurance company, banks, real estate, and investment makes people feel safe. People want to buy safety. What are some wrong ways for an engineer to make an idea? 1, a gadget-focused company, a one-trick pony. 2, a technically superior company with advanced, unproven technology. Research and development cost money. They don't make money. 3, make anything that you know nothing about the customer. Start your journey and you will eventually bump into a power idea. Don't try to waste all the time to come up with one. Good ideas tend to jump out to meet you. If you want to make a business. Don't spend time trying to make an idea. Here's the number 1 power move. Do only big things. To get a big idea, you need to start with a big concept. If you think from the fringe and niche, you may want to rethink the strategy. If you think about doing something you can alone, think again. If it is too easy, it is likely a trap. What does a big idea mean? Number 1, it is related to clothing, food, housing, and transportation. 2, it involves something latest about this and their supply chains. 3, it involves news and entertainment. 4, at the end of the journey, the business would be for everyone on earth. Let me give you some examples. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos started to build an online store. He started selling books online, and then he sells everything to everyone. Google wanted to remake a global search engine for all and the new Yellow Page business index. They started on tabletop computers. Then they become an advertising agent for all platforms. Elon Musk does not care that electric vehicles have failed before. He knows everyone needs vehicles. Everyone in the world wants a car or can use one. Microsoft founder Bill Gates imagined a computer on everyone's desktop. At the time, no one sees that. Everyone needs an email, a PowerPoint for making presentation, or to play solitaire. There are 4 signs you are thinking small. Number 1, your plan is to make a product or a gadget. Number 2, your plan is to see if you can get funding. You want to sell an idea and see if anyone likes it. It's based on taking a chance with a guess. Number 3, you are at the forefront of research and discovery. It would involve too much cost to mature. Number 4, you are thinking outside of an existing supply chain. You are trying to come up with an idea no one has tried. If your idea or pitch involves any one of these, you are guaranteed not to get warm receptions from investors or customers. They don't understand. A small idea is a gadget, a widget, or something outside of mainstream or supply chain. People with small ideas are often called idea men. They are not grounded. They do not focus. As entrepreneurs, do only big things. Small things belong to companies that are already there. Why not do small things? Let me give you a few reasons. 1, small things still take big money. 2, small things won't get investment. 3, it's unlikely you thought of something no one else has thought of. A small idea is likely a discarded idea. 4, a small idea may take off quickly, but it will hit the ceiling or ground very quickly. Why it is actually not possible to make a business from a product? Single product is never a foundation of a business. A small idea may sound useful and good, but it is financially unattainable. It may sound to you that you only need small amount of money, but that's only because your understanding of the real world and the real cost is rather limited. As we discussed earlier before, some small improvement never works. It is not your business to make small improvement. Many people can offer improvement. However, the jobs of improvement belongs to the entrenched companies. They know the market, they have the connections. If they are not improving, it does not mean that anyone from outside can. What is a disruption? A disruption is a brand new path. It is called a game changer. The Chinese have a saying, pass at turns. The disruption is a turn. Disruption reveals the future briefly. It is a time to remake the old. Let's look at some examples. Example number one, many people tried to invent the light bulb, but only Thomas Edison succeeded at making long life bulbs. His secret is a new vacuum pump technology that allowed high vacuum to be pulled. The invention of the mechanical pump has nothing to do with the electrical device, but it is a key. Elon Musk used the disruption of lithium batteries to make electric cars. Jeff Bezos used the internet to disrupt book selling and eventually online markets. The microcomputer and integrated circuits was a disruption that gave young founders of Microsoft and Apple their opportunities. They beat IBM and Xerox. Disruption may not be technology. It could be a new demand that was not there before. NVIDIA, for example, used the Moore's Law and the popularity of first-person shooting games to disrupt video processing chips. If it is not for the first-person shooting game, the video card market belongs to Intel. The disruption can come in 6 flavors: political change, economic change, societal change, technological change, change of law, and environmental change. Arianna Huffington used the new media format of blogging to launch a new daily news channel called Huffington Post. The blogging is a new societal habit. The video conference software Zoom enjoyed tremendous growth during the COVID lockdown period. The COVID gave the new environment. When Bill Gates started Microsoft, he knew that IBM was being threatened by antitrust authorities in the US. Therefore, IBM cannot just shut him down like usual. After COVID lockdown ended in the United States, many landlords increased their rents by taking advantage of the inflation environment. Business success requires an engineer to have peripheral vision. The disruption and the intended use are from different fields. Startup takes disruption, not just hard work and continuous improvement. Why? 3 reasons. 1. The disruption is your timing, an unfair advantage. It is even your advantage against entrenched players. Number 2. Disruption offers brand new benefits or dramatic lowering of costs. Number 3. Disruption introduced fast-changing new demand. Disruption is not perfect, but is 10 times better in some areas. Jets, for example, disrupt railroad. It is not the best in every aspect, but it is 10 times faster. Railroads disrupted horse carriages. It allows 10 times faster distance travel. If business is a river, then the disruption is an earthquake. After the earthquake, the river might change its course. Without the quake, it might take tremendous amount of money to do the same thing. Entrepreneurs do not have to make change, but they must take advantage of change. Why do disruptions favor young people? There are 2 reasons. 1, the old players cannot change fast. Old entrenched players already have customers. They cannot make changes very slowly. They don't want their customers to leave them. Young players have no customers and therefore nothing to lose. 2, young people can simply meet more disruption events in life. Smart people do not make future. They see the future before others. Great entrepreneurs don't just think. Hey, look. That is what you hear others say. Fortune favors the bold. The investors know this, and they don't want to hear small improvement. They only want big, bold ideas, even though it's risky and dangerous. But they have to be big, and it beats everything else. What products do end consumers care? Think about what their eyes care first. Your consumers all have basic sensory needs. The biggest sensory need is vision. Here is a list of things we get from vision: survival, confirmation, people believe in what they see. 3. Entertainment and information pathway. 4. Excitement and sense of beauty. There are many business opportunities reserved for vision: movies and Hollywood, news, display, camera, surveillance, tourism, eye protection, you name it. Vision is powerful. Humans can get a lot of information from a single picture. Companies even spend lots of money on failed vision ventures. This includes Google Glasses and Qualcomm Mirrorless display. Any technology related to the sense of vision is big. Here are some examples. 1. The movie industry is big. It is enjoyable for the eye. 2. TV ad. Computer displays are big industry. 3. Display technology such as LED is big. Even the play on metaverse is big. Diagnosis and visual inspection is big. In terms of technology for vision, there are many examples. Steve Jobs is a genius computer maker. He makes eye candies. He makes windows so the eyes see beautiful fonts. Generations of new technology for camera, phone, display, television, gaming graphics have been developed to satisfy the eyes. In terms of artificial intelligence or AI, the computer vision attracts much more attention than voice. Of course, this does not mean other senses are not important at all, but they clearly take a back seat to the vision. Technology for touch and smell never really caught up, even if a lot of people, great talent, have done a lot of work. Ceranos, for example, was a smell sensor technology company. It never caught up. There was never any demand. The sense of touch plays a very small role, for example, in robotic surgery, but it remains a science fiction, not real markets. If you run out of ideas as a technologist, turn your attention to vision. If what you know can relate to vision, think about its potential at automation or disruption. It may yield surprisingly good ideas. Many technologies find relevance to vision. If your technology can relate to vision, focus on vision. It is the easiest to have a success as an entrepreneur or as a business, because the market is the biggest. To make a business, you don't have to guess what people want. You can sell to business. Often business does not sell to consumers directly, but sell to business units in the supply chain. Your buyer is the other business. There are 3 scripts for selling to business. 1. Automate their business process. 2. Offer quality control. 3. Outsource part of their business. The best way for other business to purchase your service is to automate part of their process. Business will always invest in automation technology to make it unnecessary to use human labor. This is a long-term trend that has been going on for a long time. The technology power for automation has been immense. Let's take a look at some examples. Computers automate office tasks. Robots automate factory manufacturing. Internet automate communication and making it simple. Voice recognition automate call centers and customer service. Artificial intelligence will automate decision making. Many big companies will buy automation technology. When you think about an idea, think about this line. It may offer tremendous clarity. Business owners want automation. It is not because they like technology, but because they like cost control. They also want to provide quality control and scaling up to 24/7 operations. The benefit of automation for a business include the following. Reduce direct labor. Offer consistent quality of operations. Stay ahead of competition by capital expenditure, scaling of the business. Why automation business is the best business proposition, or at least for building an acquisition target? 1. Reducing cost is dubious. You are also reducing the quality, sometimes. 2. Improving quality is costly. 3. Charging price is not your decision. Never walk to a CEO and tell him that you will reduce his expenditure. It is not his primary concern to save money. His primary concern is to get more profit. He wants to cut cost. More importantly, he wants to control cost. Cost control is bloodline of business. Many smart engineers think of 3 steps: inventing something, solve someone's problem, and results. That's only one way to get to business. There are 2 surprising approaches. 1. Help spread someone else's inventions. 2. Reinvent things, including things that did not succeed. For example, electricity was invented in the 1850s, but the spreading of electrification is still ongoing today. For example, electric cars was invented by Edison, but Tesla is still working on it. For example, NASA has space agency technology, but SpaceX is inventing new rockets for civilian use. For example, do you know almost every country has its own Google? You really don't need to invent Google to get rich. If you have enough capital, you can reinvent anything and penetrate new untouched crowd. Many successful startups did not invent something, but they popularized it. Examples include the following. Henry Ford lowered the price of car using an old concept called assembly line and increased the population reach of automotives. Zoom, the video conferencing software, did what WebEx and Microsoft Teams have done, but it popularized the video conference concept. Of course, the breakout of COVID helped it tremendously. The internet browser called Netscape made internet usable by large number of people. People who invented the browser did not invent the internet, but increased access. SpaceX is a rocket and space agency company. NASA and many government space agencies can already do it, but Elon Musk tried to popularize space travel by reducing the cost. You see, you don't have to be the original inventor or the first-time inventor. You can simply be the reinventor or the next inventor. Lowering the price of something may sound common, but that takes capital and business acumen. It takes way more money than doing research. Here are several ways that you can use this power idea. 1. Focus on new upscale crowd of existing products. Spread to upscale. 2. Scale to lower scale people. 3. Start with high-end products such as military tech and develop new market penetration and accessing new buyers. 4. Lower the price of something drastically, sustainably. 5. Bring popular concept into another market. For example, McDonald's restaurants spread fast food to unprecedented heights. Starbucks made a popular European concept called cafe new in America again. 6. Play the card we discussed before. For example, automation. See, automating vacuum cleaner was a great idea. This even saved the company called iRobot. Don't spend all the time inventing new things. Sometimes some things are not meant to happen today. Focus on what works, focus on what the demand is, and focus on reinventing things. Don't try to change history. History and future just may need you to turn the page. They will change itself. Most people are familiar with the initial public offering, IPO, as a destiny to make money. However, there's an easier way. One way for engineers to make move is actually conduct a project that make you become a merger or acquisition target of a big company. Try to attack a big company and eventually it may buy you. This requires that you already know the insider information. Otherwise, there won't be a good match. Many companies, they were created because a founder is very familiar with the industry and market. Here are some examples. Ex-Oracle veteran Mark Benioff formed Salesforce, which is a project within a original company. Ex-Cisco employee Eric Yuan formed Zoom. Ex-Intuit executive formed TextBit, a tax reporting software for Bitcoin industry. The exit plan is to have Intuit later acquire the company. What would big companies buy small companies for? One, big companies have internal politics and organizational struggle. They may want to do internal startup, but it may be a losing cause. They would rather buy fearless new startup companies. Two, big companies cannot take too much risk. They would rather pay to buy smaller companies after it has proven the success. Three, for big companies to do what the startup do might actually cost more money. Buying is a lot cheaper. You don't have to make a company that go IPO. Going public is just to find a buyer for the company. You can sell your company to another company and then you will be an employee again, but with a much better title. You left the company to start one and eventually return to the corporate world gloriously after fighting in the wilderness. Don't be afraid, but do prepare, including financially.